I'll talk about new maps later on. New maps, I think, are just Pro League maps, actually. They may just be new Pro League maps. And the second gas going down at the expansion definitely means he's going for some 2-base lurkers here. That probe is still running around. Only 2 cannons at the main. He's going to need to get more stuff at the main, or he's going to need to get some observers, something to deal with these lurkers. Now, there's a couple ways that Type B could go about this. He could either, A, go for a very quick attack, or he could B, go for a very quick lurker contain, and then try to take more bases. He's probably going to go for more of an attack, though. Uh-oh, that probe is getting is gotten around that single Zergling. I don't think Type B is going to let it in there, though. He's got a lot of Zerglings there in the front. He's going to be able to attack from 2 sides. And the probe is not going to get in. He's not going to even be able to see that expansion. If he saw that gas at that expansion, that would be a crucial bit of information as well. And Type B is really, really intent on making sure that probe doesn't get in there. There are several Zerglings there, though, and that may be a clue in itself to stats what's going on. The fact that there are several Zerglings there may be a clue, although it's not going to matter for very long. His Corsair is out now. He's almost out. He's going to be able to go and scout what's going on very quickly here. And he's... Oh, that's what I was going to say, though, is he might be going for a slow drop as well, because I was thinking that Stats could put a bunch of cannons on his front, but then if he went for a slow drop, it wouldn't matter. And it looks like he may be setting that up to do a slow drop. Maybe not immediately. Yes, immediately. Okay, so he's going to run his Zerglings up to the top here and ferry them over. His Hydras are coming in. He's got Lurkers morphing in the field. And, wow. The Corsair is not in a good position to fend this off. And there's no defense in his main. No defense in his main whatsoever. He's got Lurkers morphing in the field. They're going to be able to run over and ferry in as well. And no! Stats is going to run in with his Zerglings and show that he's got that slow drop and tip his hat. Although he may be able to stop whatever tech is necessary to stop this, though, because the Lurkers are gonna come in very close behind. Stats got his Robo going at his expansion there. He does have a Templar Archives up, though. If he can get a couple more Corsairs out, well, actually, he's only got the 1 Corsair. It looks like he's now producing more Corsairs. If he can get some Templar out, he might be in good position to do a counterattack of some kind. Take some map control back. He still has that Archives up. He's still got the Archives powered. There's the Lurkers that are going to plant down on his ramp. And Robo is up, but almost up, but it's going to take a while before he can get any kind of observers or anything like that. In the meantime, these Zerglings are going to be able to do a ton of damage. Oh, he plants it within range of that cannon. Warps in time. Templar coming in there is going to get a single chop on that Lurker, and then it's going to have to go into his main base to try and take care of these Zerglings. The Templar Archives still alive. Is he going to target it down? Oh, Stats. A little Johnny not on the spot with his Dark Templars, not able to take out the Zerglings before they take out its Archives. Yes! Oh, wow, that was beautiful. Beautiful idea. It didn't work out as well as expected. What he did there is he actually attacked his only Zerglings with his Lurkers in an attempt to splash the Dark Templar. Didn't happen that way, though. He's got a single High Templar out now. Actually, 2 High Templar. He's going to be able to morph an Archon, which is going to be good for the possible follow-up Spire that he might be expecting. But Type B is all in on this. That's something that we might have seen him do, is switch over to a Mutatech to try and do a follow-up attack that he couldn't handle. And that's why he went for that Archon very quickly. But it's not what he's going for. The Observatory is up. He's going to have Observers out any second now. And then those 2 Zealots in the Archon are going to be able to dispatch those Lurkers, and he's going to be able to start mining gas again, because right now those Lurkers are in a position where they're going to kill any gas probes. He's actually planted a Nexus Town in his main base. He's going to retake his main, and Type B is just mounting up Hydras. He's just building a ton of Hydras at his main base, and he's just going to try and finish things off with just Hydras alone. Lurker having to run away there. It's too bad the Overlords are not in position any longer. I think they got killed by that Corsair. Otherwise, he could have even evacuated that Lurker. At this point, he's done such a low econ game with those 2 bases that everything matters. Every little bit counts. Every unit. Look at, he's got like 10 drones mining minerals. Maybe a dozen. Wow. And actually, Stats is in a really good position because his front door is pretty tight right now. But now, Type B knows that front door is not the place to attack. He's going to do another drop here. The Corsair has been killed. There's nothing that can stop these Overlords from running in here. But Type B is ready for it. He's got his entire force there. He's got several Zealots as Archon. He's got an Observer there as well. Oh, he's attacking the Observer. The Observer gets away. The Observer gets away from the Hydras. And he's going to be able to kill off all the Hydras before they can kill off the Observer. The Observer runs back in so they can finish off the Lurkers as well. And that single Observer with just 2 Hydralisk kits left. Never mind, those 2 Hydralisk kits, in fact, land and kill off that Observer. But it doesn't matter. The Lurkers are already dead. And Stats has retaken his main base. And really, Type B's only option right now is just to keep putting the pressure on and just keep the pressure up and try and slowly wear him down. And he does have that opportunity because right now he fought off those Lurkers, but he doesn't have a lot in his main base. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that he's going for this attack here on the expansion again, despite the fact that there's a bunch of cannons there. I mean he's going to be able to use those Lurkers to take out the gateway in front, but I don't think he can expect to break that front door with sheer Hydras, especially with that amount of forces there. It looks like, okay, he's going to take down that gateway, and now he's going to go in for a drop after all, but it may be too late. If he got him in immediately, he might have had a better chance, but now he's built up several more Zealots. Another Observer is in play as well. Hydra is dropping out. He picks off the Observer. Very nicely done, but again, the Lurker goes down before the Observer gets sniped off, and those Hydralisks are just running around in circles, accomplishing nothing. Are going to have to run back up to the high ground and retreat. So Stats doing a very, very good job of protecting his main here, and he's got his second base up and running, which means he's going to be able to very, very easily out-macro Type B at this point. This is pretty much last ditch for Type B. He needs to accomplish something with these attacks, but he keeps just running in, and finally, at least this time, he attacks when there's no Observer instead of waiting for him to get another Observer, but another Observer. Observers are fast to produce. He's going to get another one out very quickly. There it is, and he has to withdraw again. So Type B accomplishing virtually nothing with these repeated drops, and he's going to get out-macroed here in a second because he's running off a really, really low econ. I think at this point his only option is to set up a contain again and try and get back into the game in a longer macro game. Set up those Lurkers, set up several Lurkers outside of his base, and then just deal with it that way. And yeah, okay, he's going to try and run in some Lurkers and drop them behind the minerals, but it's not going to happen. So yeah, his only option would then be to set up a bit of a contain and go for a longer game. But I guess he figures he's too invested in this to fall back now, and so he's going to have to just keep going with these drops, and he's having to like defend his own drops, slowly lurking in. Because there's just so many forces there of Stats in his main base right here. Oh! Psystorm on everything! Psystorm on everything! Oh, man! And if Stats had not won previously, that single storm won him the game. Because that just destroyed it. Took all of his Lurkers down to low health. One may have been outside of the storm range, but still, almost all of his Lurkers down to low health. And killed all of his Hydralisks. And so now Stats is in firm control of his main base here. He's got those Templars. He's going to be able to storm anything else that he tries to drop in here. So, yeah, Stats is in firm control of this game here. And looks like Stats is going to, the underdog of the group, in my opinion, is going to, looks like he's going to come out here and advance to the MSL, coming 2-0 out of his group. You know, there's always in the MST, there's always some upsets. It's always interesting to see who the upsets are. For some reason, you know, it's just statistically, there's bound to be a few upsets here and there. I think this is Type B's last attack now. He's coming in with a bunch of stuff. He's just going to run them in here, clump them up for some storms to go all over those Lurkers. One storm hits all 3 of the Lurkers. It looks like Stats hasn't been macroing his forces up as much as I expected, though. So he doesn't have a bunch of Zealots for follow-up. But he is still in a good position. He's still got Observers. Oh, wow. Oh, no. That storm finishes off the Lurker and kills 2 morphing Lurkers. So, wow. This is amazing. And another storm finishes off those Hydras. And there's GG from Type B. Wow, I gotta hand it to Type B. He put up a lot more of a fight than I expected after the initial failure there and kept the pressure up for a long time. but just could not get it done, could not actually deal any major damage. And so stats, relatively unheard of stats, is going to advance from the group 2-0. Type B is not out yet. He still is going to go down to the final match and face the winner of the losers match, which I'm going to do next, which is between Much and Fantasy. And so whoever loses that match is out. The winner of that is going to go on to face Type B for the final match to see who is going to advance from this group. And it's been an exciting group so far, so I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm enjoying casting it. And yeah, thanks very much. Take care, and let's go ahead and move on to Game 4, the losers match.